Right, good evening. Thank you for sticking with us. I hope you are doing this out of pleasure rather than simply because you're too tired to leave your seats. This is the first ever, well, I think it is, the first ever Celebrity Arsenal quiz. There are many, many famous Arsenal fans. We went through reams and reams, but I think the ones we've got for you tonight are just in a brilliant little group. We'll obviously have the amazing Clive Anderson as your Quizmaster, legendary quiz host from TV and many times since. We have Alan Davies back again. We have Jazzie B of Soul to Soul, and we have Michael Rosen, national treasure, and we have Tom Watt back again, who's backing up Jazzie in case he forgets. Right, please could you take the stage?
Come on, guys. I don't think it matters as long as you sit together. Oh, you're over there. Yes. Okay. You sit there now. That's
right.
Good.
I'm supposed to be with Alan, aren't I?
Yeah, so you are, yes.
Yes.
Over there?
This is all
over here.
meticulously planned.
Over there.
I'd like to be on the left wing, if that's all right, for political reasons.
Shall I come back?
No, for God's sake.
VAR.
Here we are. If I sit here, I'll be able to hear you, because I'm deaf in that ear.
Oh, well, that's important.
Yeah.
That gives us correct level of excitement, though.
Indeed.
The contestants claiming deafness.
Yeah.
Hello, welcome. I'm just standing up because people might have seen me on the telly years and years ago. You can just decide whether I'm taller, shorter, fatter, thinner, older, younger. I know which of those you're going for. So this is a quiz. I'm in charge. I'll be giving points in a sensible way, not like millions, because I've only done silly quizzes on the telly and things. But we've got as a top line, you've probably been watching Alan all day. Have you just come from seeing Alan? So you'll know he's the award-winning comedian who's been doing stand-up comedy since the late 1980s. You were touring last year in the UK?
Yes, and this year I'm touring.
Oh, brilliant.
Yes, come on down.
Big actor as well, Jonathan Creek, and of course QI, where since 2003 he's been a very nearly ever-present panellist, only going missing on days when Arsenal are playing.
Once I missed.
Once,
and it was because I went to the Champions League final.
All right.
And I told them I was going to go. Yeah, what a stupid idea that was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Don't mention the goalkeeper's name.
It's a brilliant. It's a work of genius, QI. Some people watch it for Alan, somebody like it, Sandy or Stephen, or some for the format. But the real genius of it is they named each series after a letter of the alphabet. This is the professionals say. That's getting 26 series out of it by that one decision.
We've just done X.
Yes. All right. So who's better, Steve? Who's better, Stephen Fry or Sandy Toksvig?
Well, who do you think? You know
Ever the diplomat.
I don't know the answer. So over here we've got Tom Watt. He's an actor and writer. Tom Watt became known to millions when you're on EastEnders, Lofty Holloway, and you've played. You've been on Fever Pitch on stage.
I did do the one-man play, yeah.
Yeah. So you're like the Colin Firth on stage, playing Nick Hornby.
No, I think that's a bit of a stretch, mate. Me to Colin Firth is a bit of a stretch. On the one hand, he's really good-looking and knows how to act. On the other, every single game that Nick Hornby ever wrote about in Fever Pitch, I was there.
Yes.
So we
brought depth of
different things.
You didn't need to research it.
Exactly.
You knew the emotions. Another career as a writer, has written for magazines and books and things, and you wrote David Beckham's autobiography. Is that?
I ghostwrote it.
Ghostwrote it. What was that like? What was he like to work with? Did he just go around enunciating all his life and you wrote it down and sort of put commas and things in, or did you basically write it?
No, neither. Neither of those.
Was he in his underpants?
No, say again.
Was he in his underpants? Because he sells underpants.
Did you ghostwrite his underpants?
I'm not all that impressed with where this is going.
Okay.
He was
You know what I mean.
An exemplary.
Yeah, they're nodding.
Yeah.
They're nodding.
We're all friends here. We're all friends.
Yeah, absolutely.
Has everyone else pointed out the irony of setting a whole Arsenal experience in a library? Is that... This is a library, just like the Highbury. Anyway, we have...
Jazzie Highbury Library.
Well, all right. We have Jazzie B, OBE. Yes. All-conquering DJ, music producer, remixer, entrepreneur, founder and leader of the influential Soul to Soul. Started in North London and conquered the world. A good sort of route we're all trying to follow with Arsenal. Are we allowed to mention your real name? Trevor Beresford Romeo.
Oh, that's
a
fun,
great
isn't it?
name, isn't
Yeah.
it? That's a fantastic name.
was going to be an author, but forget that.
But Michael Rosen is an author. He's a distinguished, respected, prize-winning author of We're Going on a Bear Hunt, and is it 200 other novels and works of fiction?
Some of them are very, very short, Clive.
Yes.
Some of them are only about 20 words long. So,
so those are ones you write for children.
Children.
Do you write adult books? Adult books for adults as well.
I do. There's some adult material. Yes, there is. Please, behave.
The Children's Laureate, 2007 to 9, Professor of Children's Literature at Goldsmith College. In addition, he presents It's Listen with Mother on Radio 4.
Lies. Word of mouth, darling.
And you've got a show, is it a stand-up show called Nice? Is you standing up?
That's the next tour. Nice, yes. Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, let's... and your full name is Michael Wayne Rosen. So, Wayne, you're ahead of your time with that name.
I was, because my father was in the American Army, and his best buddy was called Wayne Booth, who then became Wayne C. Booth. And if anybody studies English, there is one of the world's famous books for English lit students called The Rhetoric of Fiction. And so I'm named after somebody who's very famous for those who study English literature.
Absolutely. I was just reading that the other night.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
It's a great book.
Look, we've got a number of... There's some very good questions, which John, I think, has put together. So I take no credit or responsibility for them. What we're going to do, I was going to ask it's like 6 questions in a row. You're going to write the answers down. Did you remember to bring pencils with you? Luckily, I brought them.
No, we haven't got pencils.
Yes, I've provided. I've done this sort of thing before.
Where they have pencils and we don't.
No, you write down the answers. Then you tell me the answers. Now, some of the questions are relatively straightforward. It's just, you get it right or wrong. Some are quite difficult or you need to guess at. And so I'll give you 2 points for the correct answer. But there's points and bonus points if it's close enough or it's funny or it's interesting. Okay,
and you'll be the judge of that.
I'll be the judge of that. I've got precious little else to do.
And do we whisper to each other?
You can whisper to it, or you can shout, which will make it easier for the opposition. Yeah. One answer per team. Yes, that's right. So, okay, is that all understood?
Yes.
So the first round is called First. So, just to get us in the mood, can you remember the first Arsenal game you went to? Did it imprint itself on your mind?
No, it's a load of blokes smoking, drinking, swearing.
Yes.
And I was 10, so that was me.
Yeah, okay.
That was me. I thought I'll have some of this.
Yes.
Games, it took me about a year before I actually started taking in anything. I was just so amazed by...
Yeah, I'm slightly like that. I can remember going to see a game. I'm not sure it was the first one, but it was Stanley Matthews' last game in the first division.
Oh, wow.
He was playing for Blackpool. He carried on after that. It was 1961, and Stanley Matthews didn't mean that much to me, but it meant a lot to my dad and the friends. And I could take you to the very spot where we stood. We never went to that bit of the ground before, so between the North Bank and the East Stand. And Arsenal won 3-0, but everyone was interested only, really, in Stanley Matthews. So.
That's a really good story, which is why you asked me if I remember.
No, I assume everybody... Oh, my God.
No, that is really good.
Yeah,
that's a great memory. No, it is.
Jazzie, or can I call you Jazz? Have you got a first game?
I remember I went to Holloway Boys' School.
Yeah.
So Charlie George went to Holloway as
well.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's like half the connection. And... it definitely would have been in school days and stuff, but my main aim was always to be in the clock end.
Yeah.
Never happened.
Oh.
Never happened.
Never got in the clock end?
No.
There were no special restrictions on going...
Exactly, I suppose.
You could even stand under the clock.
Yes.
Why could you not be in the clock end?
Maybe my old man didn't want to stretch across over there or something, I don't know. But that was always my dream, to be there. And a lot later on, as an independent lad going to football, got in there.
Oh, okay.
Good. Yeah.
Good.
Changed my life, guys. Changed my life.
Alan, have you got a first game? Does it impress upon you?
Yes, I was 5, and it was August 1971, and we lost 1-0 at home to Stoke.
All right.
But it's rather like Tom's remembering. I don't really remember the game. I remember sitting the other way round in my seat and looking at all the faces.
The people, yeah.
And all the people. And it was... Years later, I think when I turned 13, I lived in Loughton out in Essex, and then my dad allowed me to go out by myself and get the bus and the tube and go in. And, I loved Highbury.
Loughton, that's dangerously close to Tottenham, isn't it? Loughton,
well, where we were, you were either Arsenal, Tottenham or West Ham.
Yeah.
And it was quite split in school. and I'm very glad.
You drew the long straw. Michael, can you remember your first game?
I can, yeah. The year, it's either 54 or 55, so that means I was either 8 or 9, and my dad took me and my brother to see Arsenal versus Man City, and it was a draw. I can't remember whether it was 0-0 or 1-1, but it was a draw, and my dad said, well, that's it. It's the luck of the draw. Yeah, that's right. And he said, sorry about that, but anyway.
That launched you on your career as a writer.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And while he was there, he boasted about the fact that he had first gone there in 1926, taken there by his uncle Leslie Sunshine, which would have been Sonnenschein originally, Jewish name. Well, not really German, but anyway. And so he sat there saying, stood there saying how Uncle Leslie had brought him there in 26, and my dad would have been 7.
Yes. So it's 100 years of Arsenal.
It is 100 year of Rosen Arsenal.
All right.
Arsenal Rosens. Yes.
Now this round, as I say, let's get on with this. It's called First. I think this is quite a tricky round to actually know the answers. So don't think it's all going to be there. But you can come up with some good suggestions or possibilities.
Alan's
or maybe you know this stuff. I don't know.
Tricky round.
Question number 1: What football league first were Arsenal involved in for their match with Sheffield Wednesday on August the 25th, 1928? What could have been the first time this thing happened or occurred? As I say, they're quite tricky questions. Shall I go on to the next one while you think about it?
No.
No? No? OK.
Can't be the FA Cup, because that's from the 19th century.
And
no league.
Obviously you and the audience can show off how clever you are on some of these questions. Not necessarily this one.
When was it?
1928.
When in 1928?
When in 1928?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, you... It was during this... Oh, August. It was August the 25th.
Was it?
So it's right at the beginning of the season, I would say, is relevant. So it's something that...
It was the FA Cup winners.
And I would say this thing happened then for the first time, and it's happened always now.
Ever since.
Oh, ever since. What... I'm going to do question 2 now, keeping that in your head. What were Arsenal the first club to do against Crystal Palace in 2005? 2005? They did something... This doesn't happen always, but it's reasonably likely to happen more than once. Anyone got in the audience? The rounds get easier, I think, but this is...
Yeah.
Another first?
Checking my spelling.
Yeah. Of his own name.
Yeah. There's no marks off for spelling, don't worry. Well, depending if you're trying to pretend it's a different answer. What happened during Arsenal against Sheffield Wednesday in January 1927? These are...
What's going on?
Don't blame me. Don't blame me.
Michael,
Yeah.
your family has been... You should know all of these things.
What,
1926 should be like yesterday.
Uncle Sunshine would have told you about
Exactly.
this.
I hope I'm not giving away a future question, but my dad was always going on about a player called Alex James. So I was just hoping there'd be a question. Who played very well for Arsenal when my dad went? Yeah. That's what I was hoping.
The rounds do get easier. We get down to
Alex
name a
James.
good player. Yes, we get to that.
Yeah.
So what was it? Sheffield Wednesday, 1926?
1927. It's the first thing. You've got to try and work out what might have been just starting up in 1920. What was coming along in those days?
Zeppelins.
27.
They were invented.
There's a little bit of a gap between the wars. It was a peaceful time, 1920. So there was a crash, but there were things coming on, innovations, new things were happening. I see this round is going to test you. You're going to storm out in a minute for being too hard.
2005.
Question 4. What is the first recorded Arsenal football chant sung by the then Royal Arsenal fans on February the 13th, 1892?
O to B.
Quite close, actually. Very, very similar to that, but not that. Yeah.
Come on, Donald. Yeah. Go on, put it down just for laughs.
So you just got to think of I'll give the mark there for the best song you can come up with that might have been. But don't make it based on a Prince lyric or something, because it's not going to work. Number 5, question number 5. What world first did Arsenal against Arsenal reserves accomplish in 1937? And I'll tell you, if you got question 4 right, that'll give you a clue to get question 5 right, because it's an add-on to a next thing, really. I think Tom's working it out now. I can see your brain turning round there.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just your eyes rolling. I'm not sure, but something's happened. Oh, now here's a difficult one. Question 6. I'm speaking ironically because I think you'll be able to know this just as a fact. What was Arsenal's first shirt sponsor in 1981? Added in 1981 to the shirt. First short. I think of these questions, John, that's the only one I would have known. But I'd be confident of getting it right. Yeah. Yeah, OK. So it's a challenging round. Have you all written your answers?
Do you repeat the first question?
Yes.
In fact, could you repeat questions 1 to 6?
It was a first in the Football League for their match with Sheffield Wednesday, and it's on August the 25th, 1928. Yeah. So it was an innovation in the world of football. How do I get this top off? Oh, that's it. It's the top of the bottle, not
right, that's good.
My shirt.
Oh, unless that's awesome.
Audience, what do you think of those questions? Dead easy, eh? Yeah.
Was it... no. I think it's 5.
OK, well, I'm going to get you to say your answers out loud now, OK? So let's start with question 1. What's your answer to question 1?
It was the first game that introduced the new offside law.
It's a good idea. It's not the right idea, but what do you say?
We've put it's the first time they had a penalty spot.
Oh, those are both good answers. This isn't going to help. This is not going to help the scoring, really. I'll both give you 1 point each. Yes, because they're slightly more interesting than the real answer. No, but they were the first team to wear shirt numbers. So up until then,
so obvious when you hear the answer, isn't it?
No, but it could easily have been. It could easily have been either of yours, but it wasn't. Yeah. So, but it does. You give 1 each. This is no good. OK. Second question: what were Arsenal the first club to do against Crystal Palace in 2005?
We've put that they had an all-foreign team or no English players.
All-foreign team. What did you say?
No, I'm not sure about that.
Well, no, what's your answer?
Oh, I haven't got one.
You haven't got one? Well, it's right. It's right.
Oh, it's right.
That's Alan.
It's actually...
Alan had that.
At least the answer is an entirely non-British squad, so it didn't even have Scotsmen or Welshmen on it. So, brilliant. So that's your 2 points there for that
That's
that answer.
Alan's credit for that.
The first bit... No, surely not.
Yeah.
What first happened during Arsenal against Sheffield Wednesday in January 1927?
New offside law.
That's exactly what...
We've got... right eventually.
Yeah, no, it won't, but just as a clue to
yes,
you.
It will.
Well, unfortunately, that's what we've put.
Oh, no, well, no point.
I
know. It was a trick question. It was the last time...
The old offside law.
That Arsenal played without shirt numbers.
Can anyone in the audience guess what the right answer to this? Radio.
Oh.
Right. Which voice was that? Well done, sir.
Oh, radio.
Radio. It was the first match to be covered by the radio.
And who was the commentator, did you say? Raymond Glendenning. I'm just guessing.
I don't know. I don't know who the commentator. And that's where they introduced that whole idea of back to square one, because people listen to the radio, the pitch was divided into squares, and the picture was published, and they said, oh, it's gone into square 3, square 4, it's gone back to...
It was in the Radio Times, wasn't it?
Radio Times, yeah.
Why didn't you ask us that?
Well, I did ask you that, you just needed to know the answer of radio, so no points on that round.
Well,
so that's... so what happened during the game...
no, we're on to the chant now.
Yeah, onto the chant, yes. So, yes, quite right. So what is the chant? What's your best go at a chant?
Well, come on, Dial Square.
But they were already Royal Arsenal fans.
Yeah, but they like to remember the times at Dial Square. I remember it well.
Dial Square, it was only called Dial Square for about 3 weeks.
Yeah, but it's very dear to us. Yeah. And in fact, the dial is still there, would you believe?
Yes.
It is.
Some dials.
You can go and see it. It's down there.
Yeah. What, have you got the chant?
Yeah, what do you think of Tottenham? I believe it would have been "Come On You Gunners."
Yeah. No.
How about the Eton Boatenish song?
I'll give you 1 point for the Tottenham chant, which is, but they didn't even know Tottenham existed then. It was, It was over the other side of the river. It was apparently Tara Bumdier, Arsenal's won today.
Which was 1-0 to the Arsenal, in fact, yes.
Well, that wasn't bad. So what world first did Arsenal against Arsenal reserves accomplish in 1937? So we had, what's your answer to that?
I didn't have one.
No answer? I'd encourage you to guess answers if you can, but anyway, nothing there.
Oh, we just put that the reserves won.
Can anyone work out what it is? We had radio before. TV, it was television.
Right.
Yeah.
What year was that?
1937.
Oh, blimey. Just from Selfridges then, wasn't it? Telly was just in Selfridges, wasn't it?
Yeah, didn't get great viewing figures, to be honest. Yeah. But it was presented by Desmond Lynham, so it was impressive.
Clive, I have the feeling you're quite disappointed in us already.
No, I said this was a difficult round. This is just to damage your confidence for the easier rounds to come.
Good.
So the first shirt sponsor.
Oh, JVC.
JVC is correct.
JVC, we've got
Okay, Well, okay, that's great. You both get 2 points. It does nothing for the competition, but there it is.
2 points for that.
Oh, we get the sheets.
Do we get an extra mark if I say that we've got a JVC shirt at home?
No, you don't. No. We've all got JVC. Well, no, I haven't got.
No.
I always think it's a bit dangerous when you sponsor a club because it means your rival clubs don't want to buy it. So they can't sell many JVC's video recorders.
The Emirates are everywhere, aren't they?
Oh, let's crack on to the second round. I think these are easier questions. I think you might get these. Okay. Goals and games, this is called. Arsenal famously beat Manchester United 1-0 at Old Trafford in 2002 to win the league. Who scored the goal? Yeah, look at them. Look at them. It's like you're doing your exams and this time you're sitting there right. Which team did Arsenal defeat 7-5 in a League Cup match in 2012, the highest scoring match in the history of Arsenal? Oh, this is all the keen guys now scribbling these down.
No, it helps when you were at the games.
Yes, I know. Which Arsenal women's player recently became the highest scoring English player in a single UEFA Women's Champions League campaign with 8 goals so far?
So, say that again?
Yeah, it's Women's Champions League highest scorer. She recently got there. So think of a... yeah, but that's not in the Champions League, is it, today? But so Arsenal women have won today. Yeah, well done, yes. So the awful thing about Arsenal, the men's team, is that all these people turn up, like Aston Villa and Manchester United and Liverpool, and they can all say, "Where's your European Cup?" And even the women's team can do it to them on the track because they've won the European Cup. So the pressure is on. I would have thought. Anyway, that's that. So you've got that answer, possibly. What was unusual about Cesc Fabregas's goal against Sunderland in 2010? Unusual goal, Cesc Fabregas. We all know Cesc Fabregas. Brilliant career at Arsenal, and continued to have a brilliant career elsewhere, but there it is. He could be a manager one day, do you think, at Arsenal?
Yeah.
I know, you're quite right. At Arsenal, I was going on immediately to clear that up. You're quite... Do you think he'd be a good manager at Arsenal? Thank you very much. But I like your style. You're not letting anybody get away with anything.
Unless you can guess me better.
I know if one of these answers is wrong, you're going to be a ton of bricks on me. OK, that's maybe slightly trickier, but you might remember it.
Sorry, what year was it?
2010. Were you at the game against Sunderland?
At home?
Would it be in
I don't know.
It was all getting blurry by 2010.
Sounds like a confident answer. Arsenal's defeat in the League Cup final last weekend, here's a cheery one, was a record 7th in the competition, following losses against Leeds, Luton, Chelsea, Birmingham City and Manchester City, and which other team? The other team, that game I certainly was at, so I got that right. Oh, no, we go back to happier times, though. Who scored the winning goal in Arsenal's 3-2 FA Cup final win over Manchester United in 1979? The winning goal. Oh, we've got 7 questions in this round. Which Arsenal player won the Premier League Golden Boot for most goals in a season in 1998 to 1999? Were you listening to that?
No, we were just conferring on the last one.
Oh, right, OK, I thought that was... OK. Which Arsenal player won the Premier League Golden Boot for most goals in a season in 1998 to 99? Sure, I would have necessarily got that. Anyway,
Is that question 7?
7, yes. There are 7 questions, confusingly, on this round.
1998
to 1999. Good. You know, the seasons go over 2 years like that.
Yeah. Just
very good.
It's good, that. It's clever, isn't it?
This is unbelievable, by the way, going on here.
Yeah.
This is unbelievable. I'm really enjoying this.
This is very modest of you. I know you're getting all the answers and feeding them to Alan to
No, I'm the passenger
his ego.
here. This is wonderful.
Yeah.
Golly, what a memory.
All right, are we ready for the answers?
Terrible obsession.
These were relatively easy, weren't these ones, do you think? Yeah, thank you. I know you've got it right. Who scored the goal against Manchester United to win the league 2002? That was... Oh, no, you have to tell me your answers, first of all.
No, you can announce the answer.
I could do, but no...
whether or not we got it right.
Yes. Tell me what your answer was.
Sylvain Wiltord.
Correct. Yes, well done. That's of recent enough memory. Before we have to cling on to those memories. Which team... So they both get 2 points on that one. Which team did Arsenal defeat in that 7-5 game, 2012? You're saying Reading? Yes?
Reading. We're 4-0 down. We were 4-0 down, weren't we, in that game?
Yes, an extraordinary game. Yeah, so Reading is correct. Both got 2 points. So who was the women's player with these extraordinary number of goals?
Rousseau,
yes.
Rousseau. Yeah, where we got well done. What was unusual about Cesc Fabregas's goal? You didn't seem that...
Well, I can't remember the goal, and we've just guessed that... Did we score before any Sunderland player touched the ball? That's my guess.
It's a good guess. It's not a correct guess.
Oh, that's such a good guess. I don't even care that it's incorrect. I'm going for that. I think it was the first time Arsenal had scored a goal without any of the opposition players touching the ball. I think it's a great answer.
No, the answer we have is going in for a tackle, and there was a rebound that meant he accidentally scored from 40 yards, I suppose it's supposed to be. It says 40 years on my answer sheet. But, yeah. I don't remember this goal, but John does. He's certifying that correct.
Well, so how far was it?
40 yards.
40 yards. So it's quite a long way for a rebound.
You say that?
Did anyone in the audience get that? No. Yeah, you did. No. I'm a bit suspicious of this answer. Nobody...
He's got his eye up.
Thank you for confirming that.
He just might be a blatant liar, but never mind. We'll just, we'll let him have that.
All right. No points on that.
His partner's impressed, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Oh, good going.
You should be up on the panel, for God's sake.
Yeah.
In fact, come and replace our team.
I had a plan to bring my son and put him under the table so he could just sort of like...
I want to leave that there. Now, Arsenal's defeat in the League Cup final. Who was the other team that we have lost to?
Swindon.
Swindon, correct.
Swindon.
I was at that game, and I was duped out of my ticket within Wembley, so I had to watch it from the Swindon end, which was even worse. What a dreadful game. Remember the pitch was so bad?
Yeah.
That's why we lost. The pitch was so bad.
You spent 120 minutes in the company of happy people.
Yes.
We should never have had a manager called Swindon either. On that basis.
Yes. Who scored the winning goal in the cup final in 1979?
Alan Sunderland.
Alan Sunderland.
Alan Sunderland.
Alan Sunderland.
Do we get an extra point for that?
No, you both get 2 points.
I knelt in front of the TV and sobbing.
Oh, right.
And my family had gone out for the day, some family lunch or something. And I begged and pleaded to be allowed to stay at home.
Yeah.
I didn't have a ticket for the game. I didn't have enough coupons off the back of the programme.
You young people, you don't know what it was like in the old day.
So I had to watch it on the TV, and we were 2-0 up and let 2 goals in, and I started to sob. And then we scored again, and then I just really blubbed.
Yeah.
And I didn't cry like that until 89.
Yes.
So I did the same thing, knelt on the floor in front of the TV.
You got no more mature.
No. And I'll do the same if we win it this time.
It was a 5-minute final, though, wasn't it?
That's right.
It was all crammed
That's
in
right.
there. So which Arsenal player won the Golden Boot in 1998-99?
Well, I've put it must have been Anelka, because he was top scorer that season.
What do you think?
I know. 98-99.
Yes.
Yeah, Dennis Bergkamp.
Dennis Bergkamp. No, it was Nicholas Anelka. So
Oh,
that's it.
Alan.
So you get 2 points there.
Unbelievable.
That could affect
He's
the score.
incredible.
Okay. All right, we've got a what we call a wild card round in the sense that I don't know how to score this because there's no right answer. But what, in your opinion, who is the greatest Arsenal player of all time, and why? And you get another point for the second greatest. But I'm going to have to judge you on the strength of my opinion. So
we have to agree on this.
Well, no. You have your opinion. Let's not try and work that. Have you got an opinion, Michael?
I'd have to go with Thierry, I think.
You're going Thierry, yes. And who's your second one?
Jack Kelsey.
Jack Kelsey? Yeah. Well, that's a little before even my time, and I'm as
He
old
was
as
my
they.
hero. That's why I've
the
named
goalkeeper.
him.
Yes, that's in case people are.
I met Jack Kelsey.
Oh,
did you?
Brilliant!
Yes, because if some of you might remember, he ran the club shop.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And you would go in to this little, and there was just a counter, and there was a bloke behind the counter, and he had a big scar on his forehead, which presumably was a football-related injury. He probably got a massive old boot in the head.
Or he might have got it running the shop because somebody can get a bit cross, can't they?
You could buy a thing like a comb in an Arsenal sleeve, or a notebook or something like that.
Yeah.
He wasn't very smiley. I don't think he loved being in the shop.
Yeah.
And he had slick back hair, didn't he? It was all blue cream back.
But I knew that he'd been a goalie in the 50s. And they gave him a gig in the shop for years and years.
Well, that's how football worked.
Did you ever go to Arsenal reserve games when you were a kid?
Once or twice, yeah, not because I didn't live there.
In the 60s, I used to go because I could go on my own to them.
Yeah.
I'd go to the grown-up games with the old man.
Yeah.
And I'd go to those, and I used to sit with Jack Kelsey.
Oh,
wow. We'd close up the shop about 15 minutes into the reserve game and come and sit in the back row of the East Lower and sit with him.
Right.
Oh, I think you're getting a point just for upstaging their answer there. That's it.
Jack Kelsey's our answer.
Hard to check. He said he was Jack Kelsey anyway.
Yeah. Funny enough, it was a different bloke every week.
So, Alan, what are your top Arsenal players?
Well, I agree with Thierry Henry. Really was an unstoppable force when he was at his best.
Yes.
I think we loved Bergkamp.
Yeah.
We really loved Bergkamp.
So you're Henry and Bergkamp.
So it's hard to separate the two in my mind, and they always come up.
Might relate to your age as well, because they were playing together at the time when you were.
Together. Bergkamp changed everything when he came. I remember one ball came out. We sat in the West Lower, in the front row of the West Lower, and the ball came out to him on the right, and he jumped up and he kind of caught it with his right foot.
Yeah.
And when he landed on the floor, it was still on his foot.
Yeah.
It was just agape, like it was a magician or something.
He was a genius, wasn't he?
Total
Remember that first goal he scored? I think it was against Southampton. He hadn't scored the first couple of games.
He got a volley, and then he put one in off the post from 25 yards. Yeah. He was getting stick because he hadn't scored. The press were after him.
Yeah.
But Thierry was Footballer of the Year 3 times. He just was responsible for so much.
All right.
Who did Thierry score his first goal against?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because he was a sort of...
Correct. Who did Ian Wright score his first league goal against?
A hat-trick
We
against
should play Southampton more often.
Yes.
We are next week.
Could be a good week for Victor Gyökeres.
OK, so here are your favourite players.
I once said bonjour to Thierry Henry, by the way, and he said bonjour back.
Nice.
I'd just like to share that with you.
That's a frank exchange of views.
It was very frank.
He was
French, actually.
Impressed by the cultural sophistication of people in England. He could just come out with speaking French with a...
Bonjour, and he went, bonjour.
Yeah.
Get in.
I think the thing is, if you said to the current team, if you could put one player at their best in the squad
yes,
right
good
now,
question.
Yes.
it would be Thierry Henry.
I suppose.
And if we had him for the last 7 games, we'd already be celebrating.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
That's a very good point. You're convincing me there. But would Dennis Bergkamp also achieve that?
Maybe not.
Maybe not the goal scoring. I don't know.
Yeah.
So have you given?
And he wouldn't have gone to Europe
yet?
either.
I haven't given an answer. Jazzie's going to give an answer.
Jazzy.
I think I've got to go back to my school days, Charlie George.
Oh, yes, yeah.
For more reasons than one. And I think in the latter part, I'm going to go for Righty.
Oh,
Yeah? Ian Wright.
When we're not scoring, the game, when there's a game is just it's 0-0. That's the player I miss. You want somebody like Ian Wright just to stab the ball home.
Oh, Righty. If he was through on goal, it was a goal.
Going.
Oh, right.
It was a goal.
Yeah.
The only time he missed was when he needed one more to break the record. Then he kept missing.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That T-shirt was rank.
But he also had that thing that he tries to say almost every TV programme, that when you're on the shoulder of someone, you've got to know how to spin off and make space. And it's like he's willing, any centre-forwards or strikers we get, to do what he used to do, that when he's on the shoulder, you make a yard either by dummying or whatever, and he's like going, do what I used to do. And I always think, get him in to coach and show these blokes how to do it.
He was so off the cuff, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was one-off.
You've mentioned some great players there. I love Charlie George. Well, Bukayo Saka, I think, should get a mention as well, because he's such a charming player and such a good player.
And about to go into the pantheon of legends.
Yes. All right.
At the gates.
Now, this is a high...
Personally, I would say Dennis Bergkamp.
No, Dennis Bergkamp would be my... But
because he changed the club.
Yes, I agree. He would have been Bergkamp at the tackle with mine.
Only for the hat-trick against Leicester.
Yes.
There was goal of the month, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Or the goal against Newcastle.
How the fuck did we not win that game?
Yeah.
Dennis Bergkamp, who was at Filbert Street that night? You go...
Yeah. There we are.
How does a geezer score that hat-trick?
Yes.
Which is the single greatest thing I've ever seen on a football pitch, by the way, that hat-trick. And, by the way, he meant it because he then went and repeated it at the World Cup.
Yes.
You know what I mean? He scored the same goal at the World Cup. The geezer was... What he could do, but he changed the club.
You're right.
He changed the club.
We're going to move on. I think you all did very well. 5 points to both teams for the excellent contribution. All right, now here's some ones you better get. This is good. Round 4, players. Which Arsenal player has the record of the most red cards received while playing for the club?
Oh,
most red cards.
Is this a new round then? Am I getting
yes, a new round. Sorry. Players.
Paddy.
Yeah, do the audience feel, though, we mentioned enough good players in that best player ever? Is there somebody else we
didn't mention Liam Brady, did we?
Liam Brady, yes.
Seabird.
Jack I wasn't expecting Jack Kelsey to come up.
Brady was my idol growing up.
You mean, and Fingers Fennell, you didn't think matched him in...
Yeah, or indeed, my dad's favourite.
Alex James.
Yeah.
Most red cards. Have we come up with an answer? It's not an obscure name, so you might better get it. Which Arsenal player was in England's 1966 World Cup squad?
That's all right.
And Nick Hornby has contributed this question, so he knows what he's talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't get into the actual... I don't think he played at all in the tournament, but he was there. Do we all What was notable about 9 out of 11 of the Arsenal players who started the match for a 4-1 victory against Leeds United in 2002?
Oh, big game.
Yeah, I went to that one.
Yeah, that changed my mind.
That was an amazing day out.
Oh, I see what they've done there, yeah. OK.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how startling it is anymore, but anyway, that's... Which current Arsenal player scored 20 times for Queen's Park Rangers?
Which current Arsenal player?
Scored 20 times for Queen Park Rangers. Not in the same match, but...
Oh, yeah.
Which Arsenal player? Current Arsenal player?
Yes, current Arsenal player. Playing this season. Has played several games this season. Oh, I'm about to give you a clue, but I'm not going to do it.
Don't give him a clue.
No, I'm not going to give a clue. You know the answer.
We've got it.
You've got it.
It says we. Amazing. Thank God.
His first name is not Roger. It's not his name. That's the only clue I give.
come back.
And the final question this round, only 5 in this round. Which Arsenal player holds the club record for the most appearances in all competitions? And I'm going to give you, this is multiple choice. You don't need the multiple choice, but do you need multiple choice? Oh, all right, no. Why did you put multiple choice in that one? One of the few questions they've gone, oh, yeah, I know that. Get on with it.
20 times.
Do you all know that one?
Yeah.
Yes, it's one of those stats, isn't it, that... oh, he's changed his mind.
Did he?
You're looking a bit smug over there.
That's my resting face. Always got stick for that.
Sandy will be on to him and the hooters will go in.
It's a very annoying thing to be called. When you say, oh, he's smug, you think, well, I don't feel smug. I feel as anxious as anybody.
When we won the league at White Hart Lane in 2004, I was writing articles at the time for The Times, and they had 2 tickets in the tiny press box.
Yes.
And I pleaded to get into the press box, and they let me in.
Yeah.
Some of the other journalists were not happy about that.
Yeah.
And you can see me on the TV, and as the players come out, because I'm sitting looking at them, and I look smugger than any person has ever looked. Very, very punchable.
Yeah. Are you going to be very, very disappointed if Spurs get relegated this season? Is it going to weigh on you?
I can't think about it because I'm so bothered about Arsenal getting over the line.
Yes, I have explained that to Spurs fans. We're not
looking at you.
If we don't win the Premier League, you getting relegated is no comfort.
If we were 8th, all I would be thinking about is stop them going down.
All right, I think we've all had time to get those answers. So what's your answer to the first one? Most red cards. Oh, hang on. Sorry, you're not ready?
That's all right. We're allowed to confer, aren't we?
You are, but not to shout out.
Oh, not when you're talking. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that sums it up pretty well.
We've put Patrick Vieira.
You put Patrick Vieira,
We put the same.
You put the same, you're both right, 2 points each. Who was the Arsenal player in the 1966 World Cup squad for England?
We weren't sure about this, but we've put George Easton.
You put George Easton?
Is the correct answer.
It's the correct answer.
He was also in the 1962 World Cup squad.
Was he?
Yes, and he didn't
in
play a single minute of either.
Oh, what? Oh,
which is the same fate befell Martin Keown.
Oh.
2 World Cups, never played a minute.
Oh, no, well... But he was a very good guest earlier on today.
Yeah.
With
And they should have
Jamie
played.
Lawrence.
That's probably quite a big compensation for him.
I think
going, at least I spoke at the British Library.
I didn't even hear what you said, but I'm laughing along.
Good, lovely.
The audience loved it.
They did.
Compensation for Keown was at least he got to speak at the British.
Very elegant player, George Easton, wasn't he? Elegant.
And Alan sorry.
Yes, of course.
Only recently passed away.
Yeah, really? Yes. OK, well, that question was dedicated to his memory.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good, because he was a great man.
Yeah.
Could I just say that Keown used to have a car whose reg was K3OWN? Because you could see it in the Arsenal, because my son used to go and do the Arsenal community sports, and there was some kind of Chelsea tractor or other, and it said he had his own special reg number there, K3OWN, with the 3 sort of looking like an E. I
misheard. I thought you were saying George Easton had this, but you mean Martin Keown. It makes sense now.
Yeah. George Easton didn't have a Martin Keown reg.
He didn't have a car. No. He owned it, but he was never allowed to drive it. It was a bit like...
Least of all to Wembley.
Yes. Yeah. OK, what was noted about 9 of the 11 of the Arsenal players who started the match for 4-1 victory against Leeds United in 2002?
9 out of the 10 players.
9 out of the 11.
11?
Yeah.
Yeah, 9 out of the 11 players were black.
That is correct. Did you get that answer?
We did. That is correct.
Yes, OK.
Yeah. 2 old white geezers over here got it.
Yes. It might have been remarkable then. It's not especially remarkable now, is it? I think those are...
the one of the 2 white players was in goal, so it was 9 out of 10 on the pitch.
Yeah, Pascal Segan.
Was it? Oh, Segan was the only other one, yeah. He was the whitest player we ever had.
Yeah. It was.
You could see him from Spain.
Particularly here, it was very white.
I don't know, Zinchenko.
Leave it.
That's right. If we had a competition as who was the whitest player, I think Zinchenko might be there as well.
Oh, yes.
Or Stepanov.
I'd still go and Segan.
Yeah.
Which current player scored 20 times for QPR, Arsenal player?
We're reckoning Everidge is Eze.
Yes, we've got Eze.
Oh, yeah, both right. Another 2 points each. Club record for the most appearances in all competitions?
David O'Leary.
David O'Leary.
David O'Leary.
Well,
David O'Leary. Well,
David O'Leary.
You're both going to get 2 points for that. For a bonus, how many matches did he play? The closest gets an extra point.
722.
Can you get any closer
Tom
than
knows
that?
that, I'm sure you do.
Can you get any closer than 722, which is the right answer?
Is it the right answer?
That is the right answer.
Well, then happy days.
Yeah. So you get a bonus point over there. Well
Where
done.
I used to stand on the north, I used to stand on the north bank in the kind of open bit between the north bank and the west stand, and there were some quite funny blokes there.
Yeah.
And whenever David O'Leary touched the ball, there's about 4 or 5 of them. Every time he touched the ball, they'd go, David O'Leary. That's kept us going through some bleak seasons in the 80s.
When I first went to Arsenal, and I tagged along sometimes with my father, and we got to sit, up in the West End. Whenever John Radford got the ball, there was a fan a few rows away would always say, "Go on, Baz! Go on, Baz!" And that, of course, he was referring to Basil Rathbone, and that was his nickname for him. But nobody else knew it, least of all Radford. And I've met Radford a couple of times. Both times I forgot to ask him if he knew. Did he ever hear somebody say, "Go on, Baz, we'll score, Baz"?
He's a broad Yorkshire, though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Not like Rathbone at all.
He used to be around the game. He had, one of these players would come and sort of visit the sort of fans, and everybody would say, if it was going badly, "Oh, did you bring your boots, John?" And you think, "Oh God, I'm the 93rd person to say that to him in the."
Those blokes who used to say David O'Leary. The other thing they used to do was when Rocastle got the ball, and he was very young, and he just started out.
Yes.
As soon as he set off on one of his dribbles, they do the Rocky theme. I mean, every time.
Yes.
Basil Rathbone only played Sherlock Holmes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't get a point for that, I'm afraid.
No, I do.
I think you're getting too far ahead. So do you need to collect these sheets? That was the end of the round.
And there's an old round there.
Yeah.
I've added in a few extras.
You'll probably keep the score as we go along anyway, so I'm not sure the paperwork is that vital. In case there's any sort of challenge.
We don't want any legal challenge.
This is the VAR of the...
Yeah. It means you bugger off for an hour. Yeah, if he's the VAR.
Right. The manager. We're doing a managers round now.
Managers.
Oh, managers. Right.
Just checking what time are we due to carry on? I'm settling in now.
Well, the library closed at 5, so we can stay here all night.
I know you ought to do it in a style of my choosing. Herbert Chapman, remember him?
Yes.
You do remember him.
Yeah, that's right. I'm 108.
That's a bit harsh, isn't it?
Is considered one of the greatest managers of all time, let alone just of Arsenal. And he revolutionised football in the 20s and 30s. Prior to his successful 9 years at Arsenal, he had just won an FA Cup and 2 First Division titles with which other club? That's a very long question for a very easy answer. Literally everybody in the room knows the answer to that. You all know this, do you? He was sort of buying in success.
I've even got a friend who lives there. That's how dangerous I live.
Don't say where it is yet.
No.
They may be going wrong.
I've got many dangerous friends.
Yeah. So this is Tottenham you're talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
Just to give them a clue.
Even worse, I played in a school, doing my show, in the primary school that is literally opposite Spurs, and they got 150 grand off Spurs because Spurs took away their light.
All right.
That's how dangerous I live these days.
Typical Spurs, taking away their light.
Taking light from the little kids. Well, no one thinks of the children.
Yeah, but they got 150 grand off them anyway.
Yeah. Oh, take my light. What do I want with light?
I've got light, I don't need.
I could put a light on. I'm made of money. I could afford a light. I could.
Yeah.
Michael, did you ask the kids what they thought of Tottenham?
They asked me what team I supported. Yeah. So anyway, I said, well, it's a team that is in North London. Yeah.
Close enough. These are easy questions this round. This is a nice, relaxing round. Who was manager when Arsenal won their first European trophy in 1970? Are you storming in or storming out? Oh, you're storming in. Yeah. Can you not hear at them? Oh, maybe just... Well.
Hello, lad.
Which manager signed Dennis Bergkamp for Arsenal in 1995? Well, the real answer is David Dean, but let's not...
Oh, yeah. That was the joke.
True or false? When he arrived from Japanese football, Arsene Wenger famously revolutionised the players' diets. This included introducing sushi after training every Monday, a regime that became known as the Monday Club. Is that true or false? False or true? The Monday Club for sushi. The Arsene Wenger revolution. Where was Arsene Wenger? This is a good question. Where was Arsene Wenger as he negotiated Danny Welbeck's £16 million transfer from Manchester United to Arsenal in 2014? Now, does anyone in the audience know this? Don't say it out loud, but it's a brilliant answer.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, we're off.
Where was it?
But I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah, I've got an idea. But
You've got an idea? OK.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
How
You have to name
specific
the
do you have to
town.
be?
If you know the answer, it'll be specific enough. I mean, just don't say
Good.
sitting at his desk, which would have been nothing like the right answer. but
Or
yeah.
round Danny's house.
In his shoes.
That guy, round that guy's house.
He's doing well now.
He's playing
What
brilliantly.
do you mean?
Yeah.
He was doing well all the time he was with us.
Well, he was often injured, wasn't he?
Yeah, but other than that,
Yeah.
top man.
But he's
Very
playing-
nice
he's
guy.
playing his best
He's
season
almost
now.
too nice to be...
That guy.
Yeah, that guy.
That guy.
What object, question 6, what object did Mikel Arteta use to make his point in a team talk ahead of a match against Brighton? I think he's used a variety of things to make points, so you may need to know this particular story.
Very good.
Or maybe, I think you're all going, oh, yeah, we know this. Oh, God, Clive wasn't done. Right.
Against Brighton.
Against Brighton, yes. Does that clinch it for you?
Yeah, absolutely.
I know all the Brighton ones. It's the ones he made points against Manchester City. I've no idea. The Brighton ones are well known. I've got a book of things he said before Brighton.
If I'm guessing, I want it to be an informed guess.
Yes.
Or a guess that kind of makes sense.
OK, all right. So Herbert Chapman, where had he had success before Arsenal? Huddersfield. I think that's relatively well known. Who was, they kind of bought in success, didn't we? We just bought a big, successful manager.
Took
And
him
Huddersfield
5
have never
years.
recovered. Never recovered. They're very resentful.
They've never forgiven us.
No, never. They're the Tottenham of the North. Who was manager when Arsenal won their first European trophy in 1970? Bertie, yes. 2 points each. Which manager signed Dennis Bergkamp in 1995? Bruce Rioch.
But who said it was David Dean? Do you know he was completely obsessed, Bruce Rioch, with Dennis Bergkamp?
Oh, was he?
I found myself, I
misunderstood.
don't know quite why,
Yeah.
but I ended up sitting next to Bruce Rioch at...
Hang on, was the goalkeeper on the other side?
No.
Where was Jack?
Do you ever just sit with ordinary people?
No,
God, you've changed.
sitting with him.
You've changed, Tom.
watching Scotland versus the Netherlands.
Yes.
And it was like, you know when you see old film of like Beatles concerts and like 12 and 13-year-old girls?
Yeah.
Bruce Rioch was like that with Bergkamp.
Oh, wow.
He was sat there and he just didn't watch any other player. Look at that.
Yeah.
Did you see that? He was absolutely
Oh,
obsessed
right.
with it.
Oh, I thought it was a
probably
David Dean idea.
No,
yeah,
well,
but-
David
yeah.
Dean, well, yeah.
Yeah, who knows, yeah.
David Dean probably did the deal, but he was like, if there'd been a Dennis Bergkamp fan club, Bruce is there answering all the fan mail. He was
Bruce Rioch was only there for about a year managing Arsenal.
Season.
And season. And I was making a... Well, I was going to say it's a DVD, but it wasn't. It was a VHS of the history. It was a history of Arsenal Football Club. And I had bits of script to read out, one of which was, and we go forward under the management of Bruce Rioch. And they said, well, can you film like an alternative ending? What's that then? Well, just say, and we're going forward on our new manager, and here's an interview specially filmed in Japan. So, we've got a Japanese manager. Keep your voice down, because Bruce might be walking past. So, OK. Anyway, so that was that was as Arsene Wenger era was ushered in. But anyway, I don't know why I'm boasting about that. It's probably still available, my history of Arsenal. I put some jokes in and they made me take them out, which was very annoying.
Story of your life, Clive.
I think that works as an insult. I'm cringing anyway. What was the... where am I doing this?
You're onto that story about sushi.
Yes, OK, so we're doing the answers now, aren't we? So Huddersfield, Bruce Rowe, yes. So is that true or false, the sushi story?
We don't think it's true. We've put false.
You think it's false? Oh, that's a shame you both think it's false. So as it happens, you're both right. So he did not create the Sushi Monday Club. He did not do it. So 2 points each. This is a good question. Where was Arsene Wenger as he negotiated Danny Welbeck's transfer from Manchester United?
Well, we don't know.
No, you don't know.
But...
It's going to be a hard one to guess.
It's 2014.
Yes.
In the summer, was he at the World Cup in Brazil?
May or may not have been, but it's not the answer to the question. But a good guess, Alan. It's a good guess. He must have been there. I thought they all.
You'd have thought.
Yeah.
Working for some network.
Have you got an answer as good as that, or as better than that, or even right?
In the bath. No, I had Brazil, to be honest.
You had Brazil?
Yeah, we had Brazil.
Yeah. Well, that's most irritating. You've both got the same answer. I can't even give us a bonus point for the best answer, because they're both wrong, but it's a great answer. He was queuing to meet Pope Francis at the Vatican.
No.
Isn't that a great answer?
Pope Francis was queuing to meet him.
I really hope it's true.
Yeah. Wenger's a Protestant.
I'm not going into that. I've already discussed. I've already discussed sectarianism in my own background, which doesn't help with going to see the Pope.
Did anyone from the audience get that? Deadly silence.
I suspect this has been made up completely by you.
Is that
only you, John? Well, it's such a good answer. I don't want to. It's on the internet.
Oh,
there we are. For God's sake,
that was my
answer. Yeah.
Final word.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a very good answer, and not easy to guess.
Yeah, it was 24.
And I don't know what his religious adherence is. Do you happen to know that he's a Protestant or a Catholic?
I thought so. Maybe I've made that up.
I think you're allowed to go and see the Pope if you're Protestant.
No, it's just whether you want to. No. I mean, ask Clive. Has he been to see the Pope?
No.
No. He's
I'm a wee free.
He's a wee free, so, you know. And I'm Jewish, so don't look at me, you know.
Yeah.
Tottenham Hotspur went to Rome to see them.
Yeah.
What object did Michael Arteta use to make his point in that game against Brighton? Now, you've got to work it out from Brighton. What object did he use to make the point?
I don't know. Those programmes, bloody hell. I'm not having them. A stick of rock.
A stick of... What a brilliant answer.
Thank you,
That might
Clive.
yet get a point. It's not the right answer, but it might get a point.
Well, I'm with Tom. I didn't watch any of those programmes. But the only thing I know from them, because it was quite widely publicised, was the light bulb.
Oh, this boy's a genius.
It's unbelievable.
This
is brilliant sitting next to Alan. It really is.
But you get 1 point for the stick of rock.
Bugger that.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
He got it off the internet.
Yeah. All right. OK. Now, here's some...
It's a Graham Greene answer, that, isn't it?
Yes.
Very good. Very good.
Oh. Get your literary knowledge in there. OK. So here now, round 6 is transfer business.
Oh.
OK.
I've got some blank pieces of paper if you want.
No, it's OK. We're good. We're good. We've got blank pieces of our own.
Oh, I'm lying.
Excuse me.
I thought I had. OK, who are...
One set of questions, one answers each. You don't need to do 2 sheets.
OK.
Okay. Who are Arsenal's most expensive 3-player purchases? The 3 most expensive players purchased. You've got to get all 3, or get as many as you can. So think of which players have cost the most.
That we paid the most for.
We paid the most for, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there are people who know a lot, but that's quite hard to get, isn't it? It obviously is going to be in more recent times. You don't go back to the Huddersfield era.
Definitely.
I think Manchester United signed
60 plus.
Who did they sign by giving the parents a washing machine? I mean, Duncan Edwards, the greatest player of all time, and whoever was the manager went round and gave the parent, or Bobby Charlton maybe, gave a washing machine to the parents, and they said, "Oh, I'll sign for Manchester."
For who? When they signed who?
I can't remember. It's either Duncan Edwards or Bobby Charlton. Not Arsenal, Manchester United. But they were going to go to another club, and they went around. No, I'll buy you. You haven't got a washing machine here, but fantastic sign here. Those are the days.
Yeah, but we haven't got electric.
We'll put that in for you as well. Don't worry. So the three most expensive. I think one of them is relatively easy to get. The other two, one of them I don't think I'd have got. I might have guessed. All right.
He was 70.
Have we got those? Everyone in the audience happy with those?
He was 70.
No shouting.
No, there wasn't a 70.
So
Who?
He would have been most expensive.
Oh, I think they're still working it out. I feel you might be ahead. So, should we know what the scores are?
Go on, far away.
Yeah, would that be?
Yeah, at the end of the last round, Jazzie and Tom are on 35 points, and Michael and Alan on 41. So 6 points.
Just make it simpler. Alan is on 41.
And 35 is a triumph, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, listen, you should be nervous because Arsenal are 7 points clear. Was it 7 or was it 9? 9.
9.
Well, you know, it's only
But
6.
but
Only 6.
you've got a game in hand. Don't worry.
They're only 6 points clear.
You only need a draw in that in the match in Manchester. Who was Arsenal's first £1 million player purchase? And for a bonus point, what was particularly unusual about this transfer? Which you're only going to get if you've got the right answer in the first place, haven't you? I think if you get it, you'll know what the unusual thing is. First £1 million transfer. What's unusual?
Oh, right, yeah. That's a good thinking.
Good. That's a good question. It's a good question. Especially the unusual thing is, yeah. Okay. Now we get to a straightforward piece of factual knowledge, though you could guess. You could guess an answer, but there's a factual knowledge. No. I think we're all ready. Yeah. From which club did Arsenal sign Robin van Persie in 2004? So you might know the answer, but obviously you could guess it if you don't.
The other one. Yeah, very good. Very good.
Isn't he there now?
Yeah.
So come up with a club that would be relevant to Robin van Persie. And then we go on to what famously shocked Russian Andrei Arshavin after his transfer to Arsenal from Zenit St. Petersburg in 2009. And for a bonus point, what happened to him during the match at Liverpool in his first season? You might get the second point easier than the first.
What surprised him?
He was shocked. Shocked and surprised. He expressed shock and surprise about something to do with playing in England.
What was the second part of the question?
And what Alan's got the second part, don't worry.
Yeah, he has.
It's what happened. There's a match against Liverpool. There was something unusual about the match against Liverpool. Yeah. But Alan knew that one. Did you know the first bit?
Alan didn't even have to hear the question.
You can't really express it in a way that either makes it too easy or even more difficult.
Alan answers the questions before they're asked, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I hadn't given him all the questions outside now.
Yeah.
A complex deal of bribe.
Sort of light entertainment kind of conspiracy.
The mafia. The Lafia, they're known as. He liked it. Oh, come on. No, that's fair enough.
Yeah, come on.
Question number 5.
We're waiting for a pun from him,
Yeah. Well, no, I'll leave that to you for your kids. Yeah. What have Mark Overmars, Emmanuel Petit, Giovanni van Bronckhorst, Thierry Henry, Cesc Fabregas, Alex Song, Thomas Vermaelen, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Hector Bellerin all got in common? There's a connecting link between all of them. So you might come up with a link that we haven't spotted. You might have come up with a different one. So if you can justify it, you get the points. But and just in case we haven't had enough old questions, we'll throw in one now. What was notable about David Jack's transfer from Bolton Wanderers to Arsenal in October 1928?
More than
I'll tell you.
10 grand.
I'll recast this question because I think it might. But what was the fee paid for this transfer, which was doubling the previous maximum fee ever paid. So 1928, what was the fee they had to pay to get David Jack, who I think your father liked as a player?
Yeah, well, not as good as Alex James, though, is what he said.
So, so what was the transfer fee? And it was double the previous record, OK? Right, OK, we're all done with all these. So the Arsenal's most expensive 3 players, who are you going for?
Well, Declan Rice.
Yeah,
And then we got a short list of 3, which is Havertz, Gyökeres and Eze, and we don't know.
So
we don't know.
Select one of those.
So we put Havertz and Gyökeres.
OK, right. And what have you got?
Yeah, Rice and Havertz.
Yes.
Maybe I hadn't even thought of Eze, but maybe Eze.
Now, what is your answer then? You can't now change it to their answer.
No, but I can take a minute. No, because you didn't say Eze, did you?
No,
you
we
said
put
not
Gyökeres.
Eze.
Yeah.
Well, we'll say Eze as the
All right,
third.
well, I think you're cheating. As it happens, it's wrong anyway. Rice and Havertz are correct.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, we've got them.
So 105 million from West Ham for Declan. Havertz is 65 million, but between the two, and this is a bit of a shock to discover, it's Nicolas
Pepe. Oh, God. You get Pepe some of that.
£72 million.
Yeah. God, forgotten man.
Got him not half price, possibly, but... Anyway, so that's a good question. Unfortunately, they both get 2
yeah,
points.
that is a good
It hasn't split the teams, though.
I was thinking that, but the lights were putting me off.
Oh, right. Fair enough.
It's very difficult when you're up there, guys.
Yeah.
Giving it all that.
It's easy sitting in the audience. Did you all get those 3 in the audience? Yeah, they did.
Full of confidence.
Who was Arsenal's first £1 million player purchase? And for a bonus point, what was particularly unusual about this transfer? I'm not sure that really gets it, but so it's a £1 million purchase, but whoa, there's something weird about it.
There was.
Yeah,
Well,
you got it.
I think so.
Yeah.
Go on, what?
We've put David Seaman, and he was the most expensive goalie. That's who we think it is.
No, well, that's not right.
Going.
Is it Saxman?
Michael McDonald.
Malcolm McDonald.
Malcolm
And
McDonald.
the price was £1 million, but only for some accounting purposes, the fee went down as £999,999.
Very good.
That's not much of a tax fiddle, is it?
It's not. That's not right.
No, that sounds a lot for the Malcolm McDonald
it's easy
era.
for you to say.
No.
McDonald was 333,300. But the thing that I've forgotten, that I've now remembered in the answering,
Yes.
this is tied in with the Clive Allen Kenny Sanson transfer.
Yeah.
And then we signed Clive Allen, and then we sold him to Palace and signed Kenny Sanson.
Yeah,
So
you're right. You're too late. You're too late.
I had Dave
He was paid for Clive Allen, and he never played a single competitive game for Arsenal, as he was moved on to Crystal Palace 62 days later in part exchange for Kenny Sanson.
Yeah.
And I quite a good deal in the end, because Kenny Sanson was a pretty good player.
was pretty good, but so was Clive.
What was the record?
We needed them both.
What was the record that Trevor Francis, nothing to do with Arsenal, he broke a record, didn't he?
Yeah,
He was the first £1 million player.
that was the first one.
The first ever million, was it?
But not for us, he didn't.
No. I was just trying to remember.
But that was a good question. That was a good question.
Yeah, very good.
From which club did Arsenal sign Robin van Persie? You might have known this, but you might guess anyway and get it right.
Have a go on Feyenoord.
Feyenoord's your guess?
Yeah, we've gone Feyenoord.
Oh, for God's sake, you're both right. 2 points.
How disappointing
Yeah,
for you.
you and for you, you want to catch up your 5 points or 7 points, whatever it is. What famously shocked Andrei Arshavin, the Russian, after his transfer to Arsenal? Have you worked out what that might be?
I would like to know where this information was sourced, please.
I got it from John over there. John got it from the internet.
Where did you source this information?
I remember it actually.
Yeah, he got it from personal...
Yeah, so how did you find out about it?
Can you answer? What is your answer to the question? You haven't...
Famously.
No, he hasn't given an answer yet. So, what's your answer?
I don't fucking know.
You do...
What was he surprised? He was surprised that...
Shocked. Having a bank account, you're getting close. What's your answer?
Well, our answer was he was surprised he had to pay income tax.
Yes, is the right answer. Yes. 2 points.
I
I got it from Alan.
2 points.
Yeah.
Alan knows everything.
It's unbelievable.
But then Alan was his accountant at the time.
Yeah, we had the same accountant.
Very good, very good.
No number on the front door or anything.
And perhaps you know what happened in the game against Liverpool.
Was that... That wasn't his first season, though, was it? When he scored the 4 goals, was that his first?
Four, I don't know. We
He
say it
scored
there.
4.
4 goals, and they still didn't win. So it's a bit like the Dennis Bergkamp hat trick. He scored 4 goals, and it was still. I remember I was watching that game, and I had to go in a car, and as I got back, by the time I got in the car, we'd won, but no, it was suddenly a draw again. Did you get that as well?
Yes, I did get that. We had, I think, 3-4 all draws around that time in every single one of them.
Was the worst.
Was one of them was Spurs?
Every one of them we were winning in stoppage time, and we drew 4 all. I went to the one did you go to that one at Newcastle? We were 4-0 up at half.
Oh, that one. Oh, that. Where's your famous atmosphere? You were chanting there. Yeah. And we should have got it. But there wasn't a winner that was ruled out after. Yeah.
First he was onside.
Yes,
Yeah,
it was.
VAR in those days.
Yeah.
So it's your fault that we got VAR, is it?
2 points to you for coming out that quickly and still indignant about it.
Still hurts. Yeah. I know that feeling.
I gave a long list of players, and what do they all have in? What was the linking thing?
They all went to Barcelona.
They all went to Barcelona. What was your answer? Yes,
They did do that.
2 points each.
Well, our answer is now what Alan said.
Yes. It's everybody's answer.
Yeah, what Alan said.
Whatever he's saying, we're with him.
Parasite.
Yeah.
Arsenal.
What about this transfer fee? I want you to tell me what the fee was. Closest is going to get at the point.
10 grand.
What's your answer?
I think that sounds a bit much. Up a bit, down a bit.
Go on, what is it?
What have you written down? Don't steal
Well,
it.
cheating.
I'm doing it now.
I've written down £2,000.
Yes. Now, what was the rule we just worked out? Like, about 2 minutes ago.
What's the rule?
The answer is what Alan says is the right answer. 2 points to Alan. Or Michael. Maybe Michael got that.
We were both on that one for a change, yeah.
We were on that together.
I've got a wild card round. You tell us your best Arsenal anecdote. I hope you've given some notice on this, but Michael, what's your best?
Does it have to be an Arsenal on pitch in stadium, or can it be outside? Which way do you?
It must involve the word Arsenal.
Yeah.
In some way.
Okay, I was invited to a wedding, and I found myself standing in the wedding photograph. I was standing next to Alan Smith. And that was very nice, and it was a wonderful thing. And I said, and you have to carry on looking at the camera. So I talked out the side of my mouth, and I said, "My children named our cat after you." And he said, "Is it Nippy?" And I said, "Well, it's a she, and it isn't." And one of my other kids calls it Hitler, because it's got a little moustache. And there was a long pause, and he said, "Well, I never heard of anybody naming their cat after me, but I do know I was once named after a goldfish." No, the other way round. The goldfish was named after me. So there we are.
This is the best anecdote.
Thank God. Thank God.
There we are. That's my off-pitch story.
We might come to a second best anecdote just to check in case.
Anyway, I just thought it was nice. Alan Smith has got a goldfish.
The best anecdote we've heard so far.
Yeah.
Alan, your anecdote.
Well, the only thing that comes to mind was when we were in Paris in 2006, a whole load of us went to this final.
Oh, yes.
And my friend Sean came with us, who happens to be black. And we met Ainsley Harriott in this bar. He's an old friend of mine.
Yes.
And
very nice guy.
Very nice guy. So we're having a bit of chat and having a bit of fun with Ainsley. Yeah. And then Ainsley went to sat somewhere else. And the bloke, and then just this week, it's all going fine. And the bloke came up to me, and I was sitting next to my friend Sean. And he says, "I hate Jonathan Creek." And I said, "Thanks for your input."
Yeah.
And then he turned to my friend Sean and he goes, "And you're cooking shit."
Excellent. Excellent. Very good.
Oh, he laughed so. Ainsley was sitting about 10 yards away.
Yeah.
So
he was
funny.
spared that. That was good. Your best Arsenal. You got a million anecdotes, haven't you, about Arsenal?
I'm a terrible windbag.
Yeah.
My best Arsenal anecdote is the look on David Pleat's face. I won't get into the thicket of the hows and wherefores, but the look on David Pleat's face when I ran past him on the gantry at Anfield on the night of 26th of May 1989, going, "He's fucking scored!" and then ran back, shouting the same.
Yeah.
And David Pleat was trying to pass on words of wisdom, and that was him fucked, really.
All right.
But he did fucking score.
When you said you're running past, I thought he was driving slowly along the roadside, and you ran. No, that's what I assumed. But
Very good.
Very good. Yeah, yes.
That should have been in the quiz.
Yes, please.
September 2002.
Yes.
Jobs are good and changed my life, that game. Just watching all the black players come out representing Arsenal.
Yeah.
For me, probably a defining moment in my whole footballing career. After that, I set off to become a football coach. Failed miserably. But all the sentiments were there, because that gave me a little bit of a boost.
Yeah.
You know, Wenger doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, unbelievable. I've got goosebumps thinking about it now.
All right.
It was that emotional and incredible, especially for some of the lads who used to sneak in at the car park over at Highbury and wonder if there would ever be a situation like this. This would be stuff that's spoken about over some rice and peas and Guinness and a little sacrament. And it happened. So my proudest moment.
Well, that's a very good. There's a big range of anecdotes there covering all. Can I tell my one? Is it pray for me?
Yeah. You're in charge, mate.
When I was on the telly for a while, I got invited to sit in the director's box for the first time, and I went along and I sat next to. They must have been inviting TV people because Jeremy Beadle used to do those candid camera things. Was sitting next to me. And it was a League Cup game in the time when League Cup was taken against Manchester United. And the game proceeded badly. And every time Manchester United went near the goal, they scored. And Arsenal ended up losing 6-2. And for a moment, it passed through my head, this was a setup by Jeremy Beadle. And they'd got 50,000 people. And I was like, I wish it were, but it wasn't. So, and anecdote does go on a bit longer if you want. But
Liverpool on the Saturday, though.
Yeah, OK. Extra bonus point for you for big knowledge relating to my anecdote. You get a bonus point there, because let's face it, you need it. Scores for that round? Oh, well, then everyone gets 5 points again, but with a bonus point to make it 6 for Tom, because he had some information which I can't check, but it sounds plausible, doesn't it? It was a good season for Arsenal, but that was a weird game. It was Lee Sharp, I think, scored.
Yeah, Lee Sharp got a hat-trick, but
that was his finest hour. But every time they went near the goal, they just got.
It was ridiculous.
They scored.
It was an opening game at the opening of the season, and Lee Sharp scored. We lost about 4. I remember
4-1.
Opening game, and Lee Sharp scored.
Did it again.
Yeah.
Dave Rocaster scored.
Yeah.
But he didn't have a long Manchester United career, did they? They got fed up with him. OK, this must be our last round, everyone is thinking. Yeah, we've just got enough time to do one. You're all OK to stay for this, are you? It doesn't really matter if you're not, because you could just leave. But
we're going to do it anyway.
What kit was used once and never worn again by Arsenal? You can if you know it,
Have you seen the time? Have you seen the time?
Yeah, what about it? You don't want to do it.
They said they're never playing.
You can. You might get a point if you just have a stab at the colour or something like that. But if you're more detailed, it'll be even better. You got the 2 points. Now, I'm just going to clarify this question. But the question as written is, what year did Arsenal officially change their name from Woolwich Arsenal to simply Arsenal? So just make that clear. It's when they're called Arsenal, just that one-word title, because that did happen in stages. But so what's the year for that?
Woolwich Arsenal 2.
So at one time it was Woolwich Arsenal. At the point we're looking at, it's just called Arsenal on its own. There was they were called the Arsenal for a bit, and they dropped the. But I may be giving you too much of a help there. But anyway, which Arsenal women's player is this? Oh, you're still doing that one? You've got it already, Michael.
Yeah. No, I got that. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I put it down as last year.
Some time ago.
Yeah.
For the single point.
Or once upon a time, if you're a children's writer. Yeah.
So which Arsenal women's player is this fan's song about? We've got player's last name, player name. I just don't think you understand. She plays out on the wing. She hits it with a zing. We've got player name. This requires you to have been to the odd women's game and listening to the chants and remembering.
3 seasons ago. They weren't singing it then.
I think it's that, but
Okay.
I don't go to it.
Okay.
Yeah, Alan's got
Michael and Alan are arguing. This is a good sign.
Yeah.
This round's where it all goes wrong.
Yeah. This is the...
Let's hope this isn't the last
Exactly.
season round.
This is the Man City.
This is the game against Manchester City.
This is our Etihad.
Don't jinx it, Clive, for God's sake. Don't jinx it.
What was the lowest ever attendance at Highbury for a top-flight game to the nearest 1,000? It was in May 1966 for a 3-0 home loss to Leeds. Was that the one that somebody played the last post on the?
They set fires on the North Bank.
Did they?
Yeah.
You were there this game where you were.
Yeah,
What year was
watching
that?
from the other end.
1966. It was a very bad period. When I first went to Arsenal didn't win anything. It was years and years of...
In Arsenal's defence,
Yes.
they were, I think it was the first time a European Cup final was live on TV.
Ah, is that what it was?
That night.
Oh, okay. Good knowledge. But have you got the knowledge of the figure? That's the... yeah. No, there was bad years. Bad years of...
Yeah.
I thought our song was Billy Wright Must Go. That was the...
Yes.
No, You'll Never Walk Alone. This question was submitted by Nick Hornby, so it's not just off the internet, it's Nick Hornby getting off the internet, so that's...
Aristocrat.
That's the Leeds United question?
Yes, yes. Right. Next question. So just come back with a figure.
Yeah.
And the closest one will get the points. What song provides the melody for the song... 1-0 to... Sorry. What existing song provides the melody for the song 1-0 to the Arsenal? So you could sing it to yourself now and remember which it comes from.
Boy,
Yeah.
what's the name of the song?
Do we name the band or the song?
Well, the song, you can name the band and you can name another band associated with the song as well. So I'll give you points for all of those. As many of those as you can get.
There's only one Tony Adams. I can do that one.
1-0 to the Arsenal. Yeah. Of course, there's a follow-up 2-0 to the Arsenal, which some people don't. I think it's even better in some ways.
Never really caught on.
No, but I think it's a better song. To me, 5-0
I thought 2-0 to the Arsenal was good enough to beat Man U.
Oh, this is a
Never mind
long
that.
question. I hope it means something to some or all of you. What is the name of one of the most legendary Arsenal fans? She began following Arsenal in 1950, aged just 12, and remained a staunch supporter for the rest of her life. She was a regular presence at men's first-team reserve and youth team matches. And when Arsenal ladies were formed, she took them to her heart and became synonymous with the team based at Boreham Wood. OK? I think this is a question you either know the answer to or you don't. But you could guess a name. You could guess.
She's a celeb, did you say?
I didn't say that. I gave you a lot of information about her. She's a celeb based on those facts.
I see. Understood.
Could the answer be an impersonation?
Could the answer be if you impersonate her?
Yeah.
I won't know. I'm
if
afraid.
I can't.
Yeah. But you may get. You'll get at least a point for doing it.
No, half point. Come on.
No. I think that's a very generous offer. And maybe we'll have an impersonation run, see who does the best of
I don't remember a name.
Well, I did a bad one. I did a bad one of
fair.
Alan Smith, so come on, I'm already in the reckoning.
Well, those of us who were impressed by Martin Keown's impressions of Arsene Wenger and George Graham from some weird part of Scotland.
It's good to know he's done them in the audio, but I can't wait.
And what have Arsene Wenger, Dawn French, Freddie Flintoff and Samuel L. Jackson got in common? There's something that...
Say that again?
No, Arsene Wenger, Dawn French, Freddie Flintoff and Samuel L. Jackson all got in common. You've got to imagine, I don't know, what would bind them together, what would bring them together, I suppose, but... actually a better question than it sounds, but I mean, it's quite satisfying when you hear the answer. It's a Boyd Hilton question. There you go. Well, if Boyd is still here, it's a good question. Certainly, it's very satisfying when you hear the answer. I'm afraid I couldn't help you.
Got any
All right, you ready? You got all your answers? This is the last round. This is make or break. So let's hear Alan and Michael's answer first. For the first question, the kit that was used once and never worn again.
Well, we don't know, but we've put a grey kit.
A grey kit is your answer? What's your answer?
No,
It's
I
more
think
Manchester
that was
United,
quite-
isn't it?
There was the white kit, wasn't there, for No More Red, but it was wore that 2 seasons before they did it, wasn't
You
it?
can't buy that one, you know. It's a very special kit, that.
No, because they were all auctioned off and the money went to the... the foundation.
They could, make some more. And anyway, what's your answer to this? That is your answer.
No,
They've gone grey. Let me put it this way: there's opportunity to get some points
I think there was
here.
a gold kit.
Do you?
Yes, I think it was golden. Mm-hmm. See, it had a kind of musical theme.
Yes.
I haven't got the faintest idea.
The answer is Arsenal wore a brown and white kit only once in 1982 against Liverpool and was never used again.
Why did they do that?
I don't know. But on the basis that gold is closer to it than grey, you get 1 point. You get 1 point for that. I've got to do something to get this excited.
That's like...
When did the name Arsenal on its own, without Woolwich and without the in front of it, when was that adopted? Alan?
Well, I don't know, but we've put 1913 because that was when they moved up.
OK, and what's your answer?
We're going, when they changed, was a bit earlier than that. They'd already changed.
All right.
But I am inclined to say whatever Alan says.
Well, in this case, even that wouldn't. So they
1904.
No, you're
1919.
Well, they moved.
2018.
They moved to Highbury in 1913. Not the best choice of year to open a new stadium.
Bold move.
But they were still called the Arsenal then. And then when it was rejiggled around and Arsenal magically got into the first division,
1919.
that's when they 1919. Right. So technically you were closer, so you get a point.
I did actually get that one right, guys. Actually, yeah.
Alan you said 1919.
Alan overruled
And you were
me.
overruled.
I was overruled.
You forget the exception to the Alan's always right, except on early 20th century questions.
Never mind, doesn't matter.
Yeah, you were there, you knew. That's the thing.
Exactly.
Now, what's the lowest ever attendance? May 1966.
No, you've missed out.
Oh, the women's player. I'm so sorry. So who is well spotted? What's the who's the player who's mentioned in that song?
We've put Beth Mead.
Beth Mead.
So, it's a current player.
You are supposed to be reading out the answer you've written down. No, you're both wrong. It's Katie McCabe. So no points on that round. So the lowest ever attendance at Highbury for a top flight game?
6,000.
6,000.
We've got 4,500.
Oh, you get it. So you get. Well, you almost bang on. It was 4,554. So 2 points for that. Well done.
Alan's crap.
Alan's right. Always right. He's always flaming right.
He is.
Alan, you're quite good.
Which song provides the melody for 1-0 to the Arsenal?
I think it's Go West by the Pet Shop Boys.
Go West, Pet Shop Boys. Any other group did you write down?
No other.
Okay.
Didn't write any other down, but Alan's right.
What's your answer?
Pet Shop Boys.
Yeah, Pet Shop Boys. And any other group? Village People. So 2 points to the teams and an extra point to
How did they get 2 points? They didn't get Go West.
No, we got it.
Oh, all right, okay.
It was what Alan said.
I'm trying to be competitive here. I'm trying to put a bit of edge into the game.
But anyway,
like you,
I think the audience has just gone into the lead, by the way. But that's it's like,
is there an audience here? Sorry.
It's like
that's really original.
the name of the most that's that legendary fan. You all seem to know who I was talking about.
Yeah,
you don't remember her name.
Terrible, isn't it?
We're coming back for the impression. What's the name?
I think her name's Maria, but I
yes,
might
you're
be...
right. It was. I'll give you the impression anyway.
Okay.
It was Maria.
Yeah, okay.
Come on, you Gunners!
Do we recognise that impression?
Yes.
So 2 points to you and 1 point to you for the
Always
impression.
do it at a moment in the game when it was very quiet.
Yes, I think I do remember that. I didn't know she was that famous. Oh, actually, might as well be 2 points each. 2 for the impression, 2 for the name.
For 2 seasons.
So what about this one? This could be crucial. This could decide the winner or loser, or it could be totally irrelevant. So Arsene Wenger, Dawn French, Freddie Flintoff, Samuel L. Jackson all got in common. Not sure.
Well, we haven't got a clue, but we've put Lenny Henry.
Behave.
I don't want to analyse that, but what's your answer?
What Alan said.
Well, you'd be wrong in that case. Have you got an answer of your own?
That was my fault.
Have you got an answer of your own?
No, not at this
stage.
No.
Brazil.
Can anyone guess
Brazil.
this? This is for the audience to win the whole contest.
They all been directed by Arsenal fans?
No. Anyone got a better or righter answer than
Have they
that?
got the same birthday?
Where might they have got together? Say again.
Comic relief.
No. Television though. Television.
Question of sport.
Imagine a big sofa with all those people on it.
Graham Norton.
On the Graham Norton show. So. Too late. You come up with a brilliant answer.
No, I
There was a twist
We're
in that.
now got to. What a great show, though. Got it.
Good sofa.
Yes. Arsene Wenger giving nothing away. Dawn
I
French.
watched that one as well.
You watched it?
And he
You
told us...
didn't remember Samuel L. Jackson?
I
and
do,
Arsene
but I
Wenger
remember
being on the
Graham
same
Norton
show?
trying to get out of Wenger some story about how the players were eating sweets on the back seat in the coach.
Yeah.
And old Wenger just sort of listened and let Graham Norton tell the story and said, So, you know,
Yes.
it didn't help him at all.
No, he's not ideal.
No, he'd just written his autobiography.
Yes. Yeah, you'll have to read my book for that. So, what are the final scores, John? You're just calculating. It's a big calculation. He's got to add on 5 to the last figure, and 6 to the other one, or I don't know, 10 maybe. Well, I hope you've all enjoyed coming along. It's been a bit of a long day. Honestly, I had meant to bring a prize to give to Alan. Yeah.
Well,
I know Alan's got everything, so it didn't seem. Yes, John.
yeah, okay. So I would say it's probably
Reverse. Can you do the scores in
reverse order.
Oh, give it away.
Jazzie and Tom on 42, and Alan and Michael on.
No, Alan.
Alan and Michael
What's
on
the score?
61.
Well done.
So I would like to get the winning team. The British Library will get you something from the 1886 merch range.
Oh, absolutely.
That'll be first edition of Jane Austen.
Yes. But I think as a reward, everybody should now go and buy a book by Michael Rosen in recognition of his contribution
to this game. Yes.
Anyway, as I say, thank you very much for all that. A big
Thank
hand
you,
to the
Clive.
audience, particularly yourselves.